And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show. The Penguins Cup Championship show. The Penguins Cup playoff show. And the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming at you from the Baierl Ice Complex inside the Galaxy Rink in Warrendale, Pennsylvania, as Week 3 of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League regular season comes to a close here on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by the James D'Angelo Foundation. And tonight, a battle of both ends of greater Pittsburgh suburbia. It's north versus south as two Class AAA powers go at it. The Peters Township Indians in red warming up off to our right, visiting the Seneca Valley Raiders in white, warming up off to our left. And the last time we saw the Indians in this building was their 24-25 season opener, a 3-1 loss at the hands of state champion Pine Richland, and the only Peters Township goal in that game came from the guy who scored the only goal the last time these teams met in the regular season, John Rapepi, scoring with 10 seconds left against the Rams. He scored a second period goal in last year's regular season finale between Peters and Seneca that gave Peters Township a win and basically cost the Raiders the #1 playoff seed. Seneca Valley finished #2 last year and reached the Penguins Cup semifinals, as did Peters Township before their season came to an end. And recently, the Raiders, after an overtime win against Upper St. Clair to begin their season, sent a pretty profound message by smacking the state champs 7-2 here at the Baierl Complex last Thursday. And the big gun for the Raiders that night, number 21 in white, Jimmy Murtha, the senior forward, 4 goals in that game against Pine Richland. He's got 5 points in his first 2 games already to take the very, 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 very early Class 3A scoring lead. He had a great preseason as well, 3 goals, 5 points in the St. Margaret Fall faceoff. Seneca Valley, as you recall, won that tournament for the 6th time in their history. The first time for them since 2016 winning the event, and first time under first-year head coach from the Raiders class of 2010, Tyler Masiska. Anthony Rako leaving to coach the Central Catholic varsity squad this year. Masiska installed as the new bench boss of the Raiders, looking to begin his first season in charge with 3 wins in a row here tonight. Peters Township gave their new head coach, Chris Claxon, his first victory since succeeding Rick Tingle in their home opener last Tuesday night at the Prince Cape Arena in South Point, a 7-3 victory for the Indians over one of last year's Penguins Cup finalists, North Allegheny. And in that game, one of the big stories for Peters Township, Che LaMagna, the exciting new forward, number 9 in red, warming up somewhere in the mix off to our right, opening his varsity account with a power play goal and 2 assists in the decisive win after making his varsity debut, in this building a week prior against PR. LaMagna, a player we saw over the summer in the Ice Castle Summer Prospect League, and we'll see if he can power the Indians to another big game on the road here tonight. In goal, who will it be for both these teams? Well, last time we had an unexpected surprise when we were in this building as Jack Fazio got the start and took the loss against Pine Richland. We expect that the regular #1, Ethan Williams, who was last year's understudy, will get the nod in goal for Chris Claxon's Indians tonight. Williams coming off a great 39-save performance and also got a goalie assist in the win over the Tigers. And for the Seneca Valley Raiders, their #1 is Christopher Nichols, the junior who's won his first 2 starts and won 3 games, including 2 by shutout in the St. Margaret Fall faceoff, an erstwhile product of the Penguins Elite Travel Program. he's certainly going to be an exciting player in goal for the Raiders, we believe, this season. Moments away from puck drop here, a standalone game tonight on TenbandTV at the Baierl Ice Complex. Across the way, not appearing on air, North Allegheny and Central Catholic going at it in the World Rink and other Class 3A action. Last year, these teams splitting the regular season series. As I mentioned, Peters Township, that 1-0 dramatic shutout victory to close the previous regular season. Last October 24th, it was the Raiders who came out on top 6-2 in the first meeting down in South Point. Week 3 of the PIHL season wrapping up here on a chilly but also somewhat warm Thursday night in western Pennsylvania. That time of the year where the weather is still figuring out what the heck it wants to do. The action heating up, or about to heat up inside, as the aforementioned Christopher Nichols indeed repairs to the Seneca Valley goal. And as we expect, it looks like it's going to be Ethan Williams, the senior, in the cage for the Peters Township Indians. Some last-second crease maintenance issues, behind Williams, as Matt Scuvart and Troy Jones are trying to repair some idiosyncrasies in the ice right along the goal line, and doing so under the supervision of this USA hockey crew. Scuvart, he too had a big game against North Allegheny, his first ever multi-goal game, including what proved to be the game-winning goal against NA back on October the 8th. And we are underway. The Raiders control the opening face-off and move this puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin. Tyler Garvin, a previous PIHL All-Star, plays this puck to the corner, and Peters Township ice. It's sent out in front, and it comes right to Kevin Fisher, the senior defenseman. Up the left wing side to Jacob Lawadi. Lawadi scoring his first varsity goal against the Tigers last week. That went off the mask of Jones and right to Garvin conveniently. Jones no worse for the wear as he plays this puck inside the Raiders' blue line. Tyler Maxwell up to center for Andrew Malichki. Near side for Garvin, looking for Malichki. Malichki forces a save from Jack Fazio. So it is Fazio getting another start for the second time in as many trips to this building, not Ethan Williams. Again, much to our own surprise, as the Indians are guilty of icing with 52 seconds off the clock. Well, back when Rick Tingle was in charge, he had a tendency to do that, to play a little chess or gamesmanship, if you will, and pull the plug on presumed starting goaltenders at the last second. It's that chess match between the coaches. They look for every advantage they can get as the Indians cross the attacking line. Easy glove save there for the Seneca starter, Chris Nichols. Nichols, again, victories in both of his first two games, 243 goals against, a save percentage of .900 on the nose in over 104 minutes of action. A .961 save percentage in that St. Margaret Fall Faceoff tournament. He was absolutely lights out for Seneca Valley as they won the tournament for the sixth time ever. Angelo Maeda from left point. Nichols again with a glove. Maeda, one of many Peters Township skaters to make his varsity debut in this building back on the 3rd of October. The Pittsburgh Predators AAA travel product. Raiders try to play it back to center. Cam Caruso there to cut it off. Scuvart to the corner. He collides hard with the Seneca Valley back checker. That's Maxwell. Raiders work it free. And the alternate captain, Marshall Hewitt, comes over the line for Seneca Valley. Hewitt, a pair of goals in that season-opening win against Upper St. Clair, had the game winner, in fact, with Just 9 seconds left in the sudden victory period. And Seneca Valley has a knack for winning dramatic games against Upper St. Clair at Ice Castle. Something in the water there, I guess. Early in a scoreless first period, it comes near side, intended for Caputo. Raiders cut it out and put it in the general direction of Fazio, who has it in his left hand. Fazio, a 28-save loss in his first varsity appearance against the Pine Richland Rams last time we were here. Findlayville, Pennsylvania native, played for one of the Washington area travel teams called Skipjacks Hockey Club last season. Thomas Dowden up the wing, intended for Luca Maeda. Maeda, 16 points in 19 games playing on the blue line last year. He's moved up to forward this year. Peters Township unable to clear. Leighton Moreau from the boards. Pass intended for Valea. He just taps it inside the Peters Township line nonchalantly as Maeda takes it for the Indians. Maeda right wing side. Luca Maeda being chased all the way to the corner. Ducks around a check, gets it to Ferguson at left point. It deflects toward goal. It's on the doorstep. The rebound is put in. Jake Lawadi picks up the trash. And it's 1-0 Peters Township. 13:55 remaining first period. Lawadi's second in as many games. Now that shot, the initial shot from the left point was kind of knuckling in on Nichols and looked like he was fighting that puck almost, and it just bounded there and sat on the goal line for the easy tap in by Lawadi, and the Indians jump out in front early. Hewitt gets there before Troy Jones can. Jones with a couple of helpers in the victory over North Allegheny. Chance for Jimmy Murtha. He's pulled down. Penalty coming up. Seneca Valley gets the first power play of the night and a chance to get a quick response goal here. Peters Township coming in, actually the second most penalized team on the young season of the 11 in Class AAA. And it's Jacob Schleiper who will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. Raiders to the man advantage. Seneca Valley looking for its first power play goal in its fifth try. As Peters Township controls the own zone draw. Fisher unable to get it up the boards. Malichki from the corner to the point for Maxwell. Murtha watches it go by. Indians get it back to center. Chance shorthanded possibly. Repepi trying to stay on side, but he can't. That's a break for Seneca Valley. Raiders control. Marshall Hewitt going to set up the Seneca Valley power play. Peters Township, 5 of its first 7 on the young season on the penalty kill. Seneca Valley Raiders on the Penny power play. Penny connecting Pennsylvanians to a safer, more affordable healthcare marketplace. And we welcome Penny to the TenbandTV family of sponsors as the Raiders score on the Penny power play to even the game with 12:43 left in the first period. Schleiper has to take the proverbial walk of shame as Ethan Riffey tucks it inside the near post to put Seneca on the board. So the home side getting that quick response it was looking for on special teams. Shots even at 3 apiece. Goals even at 1 apiece as we play on here in Warrendale. Fazio will hang on. Seneca Valley controlling the faceoff. Riffy out in front. That was behind Hewitt. Indians come back to center as Luca Maeda goes down. Play continues. Ethan Riffy, his second goal in 3 games for Seneca Valley to help the Raiders pull even early on here. Raiders 3 men strong over the blue line. Shot from an angle, save made by Fazio, looking for the rebound and finally has it as players push and shove. Riffy getting into it with Troy Jones after the whistle, and Jones, a player who's been in and out of the lineup over the last couple of years for Peters Township, plays a lot of travel hockey, but when he is in there, he's a presence, and the win probability generally seems to go up for Peters Township whenever he's out there in the lineup. So not a guy you want to light a fire under if you're Tyler Masiska. Out to center, Fisher trying to get there for Peters Township. Jones backing up the play, sends it to the corner. Indians changing on the fly. Scuvart from his own blue line, hit hard into the boards by Malichki, the Seneca Valley captain. Delayed offside against the Raiders. Ben Barrett over the attacking line, right wing circle, deflected on goal. That took a funny bounce on Nichols, but he was there. Peters Township wins the offensive zone draw. LaMagna in there looking for it. He's too well covered. Good defensive work there. And a chance the other way for Barrett. Barrett to the corner. He's hit from behind by Murtha. Play goes on. Floating puck, gloved down legally by Schleiper. Jacob Schleiper run over by Southwood. Jacob Southwood, the senior, in his PIHL varsity debut tonight. Southwood has this puck at center and flips it in the general direction of Fazio before coming off for a Seneca Valley line change. No icing on Peters Township. Rapepi unable to get around Maxwell. Caputo from the left, or the right circle, I should say. Scuvart running afoul of this USA hockey crew and lost the puck in the process. Up to center. It'll come now to Angelo Maeda. Maeda in deep. Maxwell up the near boards. Riffy, lead pass to Hewitt. Hewitt on the off wing. Hewitt, centering pass intended for Riffy. Trailing the play is one of the Raiders. That's John Soroka. Soroka scored a couple in that October 23 meeting between these teams that Seneca Valley won. Under 10 to go in this first period. 1-1 the score. Goals by Lawadi of the Indians and Ethan Riffy in the Seneca Valley power play getting on the board for the first time this season. Carter Hone to the corner. Hone, last year a goaltender slash defenseman. He was basically the E-bug last year for Anthony Rako. Jones from the far side, above the right circle. Near side, Angelo Maeda. Maeda toward goal. Glove save made. The rebound sitting there. Jones couldn't tee it up. It's still loose. Jones follows it to the corner as Nichols knocks it aside. Jones protecting that puck to the point. Shot off a Seneca Valley body. Good gap control there by Hohen. Murtha up to Garvin. Garvin 1 against 2. Garvin is sandwiched. Angelo Maeda hitting him up high as the Indians try to get their transition game going. But this is going to be icing as we approach the midpoint of period 1 with ones all over the board. Raiders offside. Seneca Valley, by the way, that's their 6th first period goal here in the month of October. And obviously the season's still very young, but Franklin Regional, the only other 3A team with that many coming into tonight. Clean face-off win by the Raiders. Vince Falea up the far side for Gavin Keller. Indians on the counter. Here comes LaMagna. LaMagna from an angle, saved by Nichols. Rebound behind the net. Played out in front. Nichols steers it aside again. Turnaround shot save again by Nichols from his knees, denying Kevin Fisher. Puck battle in the far corner. Luca Maeda in the thick of that one for the Indians. He's tied up by Valea. Moreau doing battle as well for Seneca Valley defensively. Raiders win the battle. It'll come near side for Sadowski. Joey Sadowski, the Peters newcomer, watches it come up the near side to Dowden. Thomas Dowden the fifth off of Sadowski's skate as I untie my tongue. And Seneca Valley changes on the fly as Maeda attacks for Peters Township. Maeda trying to go right circle to the oncoming skater. That was Dowden, but there are too many white shirts in the way. Fisher with a little Murphy dump there before coming off behind the play. Up to center for Riffy, the Seneca Valley goal scorer. It's cut out by Zach Manili. Caputo across the line. Nick Caputo wearing the same 88 jersey that older brother Charlie did. Under 7 to go in the period. The Raiders trying to get a cycle going here. Centering pass, Riffy. Contacted from behind by Ferguson, the senior. Caputo leaves it for Soroka. Soroka just sends it deep. And the Raiders want to make a change here with time dwindling in the first period. Maeda at center red. Turned it over to Maxwell. Lead pass now to Malichki. Malichki with room. Malichki off the blocker hand of Fazio. Troy Jones fighting through the stick check. Jones trying to center it for Luwadi going to the cage. Luwadi has this puck now for Peters. Out in front, it comes off the stick of Murtha and all the way back into Indians ice. Blake Avancic unable to handle. Raiders have it out in front. They shoot and they put it right off the body of Jake Schleiper. Schleiper in the right place at the right time. Now, that was a great look for the Raiders and a chance to take their first lead of this game. Butchley from above the right circle. This goes behind the net. Fisher up the left wing side. Trying to get around Butchley. Waiting for him at the blue line. Played out in front. Jones for Fisher. Fisher toward goal over the bar. Luwadi out in front off the pads of Nichols. Jones has it on his backhand. It pings around off of Nichols. I think he got a piece of that one with his right leg. An unconscious save by Nichols, the junior. Two-line pass for Luwadi. Luwadi just trying to get it deep and complete a line change for Peters Township. Keller, left side. Maxwell oncoming. Overskated the puck. Moreau. And it comes now to LaMagna. LaMagna toward goal. I'll take that, thank you very much, says Nichols. So Myers, the JV move up, not appearing on our official roster, getting some ice time for Tyler Masiska in this first period with the game tied at 1. 4:40 remaining as this puck is dropped to the left of Nichols. Soroka through a crowd. Caruso messing with his mojo enough that the Raiders have to reset at their own blue line. Near side for Dowden. Dowden 1 against 2 on goal. Glove save, Nichols. No rebound. Ewan and Maeda talking about something after the whistle. What? We'll probably never know. As the Raiders win this face-off, Seneca Valley holding their own in the face-off circle in this first period. One-timer on Nichols. That was blocked. Hone got a piece of that before it could come in on goal. Final 4 of the period. Brady Rose, the junior, on to make his varsity debut for Peters Township. From behind the Seneca Valley net, the Raiders play it back to center, and it's immediately sent back inside the Raiders zone by Angelo Maeda. Riffy in the neutral zone. Inside Peters Township territory, Rose the one-touch pass intended for Scuvart. It bounces near side. Malichki takes control for Seneca Valley. Malichki, a long shot, and a good save there by Fazio. Raiders send it to the corner. Murtha in pursuit. Murtha gets his stick tied up promptly. Peters Township back to center. Troy Jones 1 against 2. Jones, good poke check there by Valea. Malichki up to center red. Fisher sends it back in. Indians tag up. And Seneca Valley called for icing with 2:46 to go in the first. Soroka against Jones, and Soroka gets the better of that battle. Hone up to Riffy. Riffy, a little too strong for Hewitt, but Hewitt gets there. Marshall Hewitt far side to the point for Hone. Hone through a crowd. That never made it on goal. Butchley on target. Kick save by Fazio. Jones left wing side. Absorbs the hit from Butchley. To the point, Fisher. Caputo, Sadowski, down low for Avancic. Avancic off the side of the net. Caputo, double teamed in behind the cage. Up to center, it's intended for Riffy. Riffy colliding with Sadowski. Caputo hit at the blue line by Butchley. Butchley, another JV move up for Tyler Masiska and the Seneca Valley lineup tonight. Now, Butchley listed on our official roster as number 40, wearing number 89 in white this evening for the Raiders. The Seneca Valley senior, as we have a stoppage in play with just over a minute and a half left in the first. 1-1 the score. Angelo Maeda up the near side. Valea off a skate. Caputo up to Maeda. Indians have numbers. Luca Maeda trying to feed it out in front, and it's stabbed toward goal and off the body of Nichols. Turnover. Shot off a Seneca Valley body taken there by Caruso. Raiders dodged that bullet. Here's Southwood at center red. Southwood takes the hit from Luca Maeda. Final minute of play in the first period. Maeda trip penalty coming up on Seneca Valley. And the Peters Township Indians, for the first time tonight, will go on the penny power play with 54 ticks to talk in period 1. Penny, connecting Pennsylvanians to a safer, more affordable healthcare marketplace. Visit Penny, PENNIE.com, or follow them on social media at PennyPA to learn more. Myers going off for the trip. Peters Township with a late first period power play. Snapshot, say made rebound. Save again by Nichols. And he's got it. Indians operating swiftly. Not swiftly enough in that instance. Peters 2 of 6 on the power play to begin their regular season. Seneca Valley 6 of 7 in their first 2 games on the penalty kill. Puck out of play off to our extreme left into the Raiders student section. And Seneca Valley actually catches a break as this faceoff comes outside their zone. Malichki against Jones. Jones wins it, but Maxwell with the alert play to try and get it the length of the ice. Standing right there was Fisher, and now Murtha sends it the rest of the way. Final half minute of the period. Maeda with urgency. Luca Maeda over the line. Yard sale. Maxwell without a stick. But the Raiders get the clear just the same. 15 seconds left. Last rush maybe for the Indians. Fisher through center. Fisher colliding with Hohen, and that should just about do it. Maeda's not going to take any chances, and so the first period will end here at the Baierl Ice Complex in Warrendale with the Peters Township Indians and Seneca Valley Raiders tied at 1. You're watching it on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by the James D'Angelo Foundation.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
James D'Angelo was a former Peters Township and California Vulcans hockey player who embodied many valuable traits, but tragically lost his life in an electronic shock drowning incident in 2021. The James D'Angelo Foundation has been created as a system of support for his family. Visit jamesdangelo.weebly.com to donate and for information on the annual James D'Angelo Memorial Golf Outing coming this summer. Matt Popchock back in Warrendale for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by our friends at the James D'Angelo Foundation. Period 2 underway, midway through a Peters Township power play, their first of the night, with the Indians and Seneca Valley Raiders tied at 1 in Class 3A action. Jake Lawati for Peters Township at even strength. Ethan Riffey for the Raiders on the power play as Nichols makes a glove save. Those the goal scorers in period 1. First period shots on goal. Indians with 12, Raiders with 8. Scuvar to the point. Caruso cross ice. Now Caruso has it center point, trying to shoot it through a crowd, and it's blocked. Good work there by Riffey. Riffey all over Caruso, trying to press shorthanded for Seneca Valley now. Last rush for this Peters Township power play. Angelo Maeda trying to weave around Riffey and company. Riffey unable to clear this time. Rapepi getting in his path. Rapepi trying to follow that bouncing puck toward goal, but Seneca Valley will give Myers a reprieve as he gets ready to come out of the box. And we'll be back to 5-a-side here in the early stages of the second. That puck bounds right to Butchley. Up the near side, it'll come now to Garvin. Garvin from the left corner for Malichki. Malichki on goal, and that got through Fazio. Malichki just couldn't get a bounce. Fazio again making that save through a crowd. Off the shot by LaQuinta. Taylor Masiska forced to shuffle his lineup a bit with some absences tonight, and the Raiders holding their own against one of the more consistent teams over the years in the league's top classification. This shot by Hohen from the high slot area goes out of play off a couple of sticks. Malichki and Jones have done battle quite a bit tonight in the face-off circle, and eventually this puck goes to the far side where Malichki chases it for the Raiders. Schleiper getting it up ahead, too far for Avancic. Hone retreating deep inside his own end. Jimmy Murtha with his back to the play, taps it ahead of Fisher, up to Malichki. Malichki, 2-on-1 for the Raiders. They try to feed Malichki near side. Garvin just couldn't get the pass to connect. Fisher over the attacking line. Peters Township countering. Fisher trying to perform a fancy maneuver there to Jones, a little bit too fancy, and a chance now for the Raiders. Penalty coming up against Peters Township. Schleiper, pulling down Garvin, and it's going to be a penalty shot for Seneca Valley. 14:25 to go in the middle frame. Tyler Garvin doing yeoman's work to get ahead of the defense and draw the penalty shot chance. So Jack Fazio will face a penalty shot for the first time in his varsity career. Tyler Garvin, 2 assists in his first couple games, looking for his first goal of the regular campaign. Garvin to the cage, makes his move, and had it roll off his stick. Fazio stayed with him, and we remain tied early in the second. Garvin made the move he wanted to make, but just ran out of real estate. And credit Fazio for standing his ground. Back to action as Peters Township has dodged a bullet. Angelo Maeda unable to clear. Loose puck right in front of Fazio. Maeda will try to clear one more time, and it's played inside the line. Good keep there by Valea. Soroka with it, wide of goal. Soroka didn't miss by a lot. Peters Township forced to ice this puck with 3 minutes gone by in the period. Hewitt against Luca Maeda, and that shot off the faceoff right in on Fazio. It's loose up against his leg, and finally Fazio has the wherewithal to cover that puck inside the crease. Chris Claxon has seen enough of that unit. Fresh line coming on here for the defensive zone faceoff. Indians control, but it's turned over one more time. Moreau in the corner. Moreau unable to shoot. Fisher harassing him. Repepi up to Fisher. Fisher has LaMagna on the right. Tries to go there. Pass broken up. Moreau doing well on the back check. Keller shooting it through Sadowski and takes a little bump after the fact. Repepi with Scuvart for Peters Township. Repepi pulls up, shoots. It's blocked. And gloved out of the air by Nichols. Jones against Malichki to the right of the Seneca Valley netminder, and Jones is going to get waved out. So strike that. It'll be Avancic against Malichki, and that benefits Malichki. Carter Hone from his own corner. Near side, it'll come to Murtha. Murtha trying to get around Caruso. Murtha on one hand playing that puck. It's stabbed aside by Fazio. Lawadi up the left side. Lawadi pushed up high by Nate Butchley. Chance for Murtha. Murtha to the goal. He shoots. He airmails it over the bar. Fazio losing his goaltender's glove in the process, which is retrieved in sportsmanlike manner by Garvin before the face-off. And Seneca Valley with a couple of grade A chances in the second period, including a penalty shot, but we remain tied at 1 with 12:49 till the ice cut. Caruso off the Peters Township face-off win, unable to clear. Raiders have done a good job keeping the Indians kind of bottled up inside their zone at times, especially off these face-offs. Hone cross ice. Hone and Butchley, the defensive pairing out here for the Raiders as Malichki crosses the line. Garvin behind the net. Angelo Maeda on him. Garvin goes down in the corner. Maxwell lost it to Maeda. Maxwell shoves Maeda from behind, but Dowden has an opening down the right side. Dowden toward the goal. Nichols has it. Repepi chasing to the corner. Near side for Seneca Valley, it's Soroka. Soroka couldn't get it around Fisher. Raiders have it. They work it out in front from his knees. Riffy fan on the attempted shot. Maxwell the follow-up, and Fazio might have gotten a piece of that. If not, it glanced off one of the Indians as they try to support their goaltender. At the other end, Fazio's counterpart, Nichols, hangs on for a face-off. Late line change here by Seneca Valley before the face-off to Nichols left. And it'll come right back to the Seneca Valley goaltender, who will freeze it. Maeda from his knees trying to shoot it on goal and win the face-off in one fell swoop. One of the Raiders losing an edge. That was Southwood. And Seneca Valley offside. Maeda controlling for the Indians. Back to Schleiper. Maeda fighting for possession at the blue line. This time Peters Township offside. 11:05 till the ice cut, and still a 1-1 affair. Southwood, the varsity debutante, going off momentarily, we presume for an equipment issue of some sort, as this puck is faced off just outside Raiders territory. Fazio trying to toss it aside with his hand. It comes out in front to Garvin. Garvin checked off the puck in the nick of time by Caruso as the Indians counter. Maeda surrounded by white jerseys. Seneca Valley gets it back just beyond its own line. Maeda and Garvin doing battle at the red line. Angelo Maeda reaching for that puck. Seneca Valley in possession. Shot wide of Fazio as Malichki was taken down from behind. Hohen, center point. LaQuinta tied up immediately by Barrett. Lead pass intended for Ivancic off the skate of Malichki, who was trying to get back on defense. LaQuinta able to get it deep, and Seneca Valley wants to change on the go. Turnover. Soroka unable to control it. Caruso lost it to Riffy. Riffy toward goal. Blocker save this time by Fazio. He denies Ethan Riffy point blank, looking for his second of the night. Under 10 to go in the period. Just so many cheaply given away pucks by Peters in their own zone, and a bit mystifying that the Raiders to this point haven't been able to make them pay. Soroka and Barrett. USA Hockey Crew wanted Soroka, I think, to get properly set. And he has this puck for Seneca. Turnaround shot is blocked. Sadowski got in the way. Dowden on the right wing, trying to center it. And again, Seneca Valley closing down all those passing lanes. Raiders playing very responsible hockey in their own zone. You got to give them credit for that. Sadowski off his stick and right to Fazio. Quick to cover. Masiska changing personnel before this face-off to Fazio's left. Barrett against Moreau. And Barrett gets waved out. The second time we've seen a Peters Township skater get waved out. Nick Caputo battles for possession of that puck for Peters Township. Uses the glass to his advantage to get it up to Dowden. Dowden around the boards. Cut off by Nichols. Nichols nearly turning it over. That would have been a dangerous moment for the Raiders as it's played near side for Hohen. Up to center it comes, intended for Moreau. That wouldn't go. Fisher tied up in the corner. Moreau in battling behind his own net. Indians have it. From an angle, Nichols got a piece of that, I believe, with his shoulder. Fisher has it at right point. Wide of everything and everybody. Skuvar trying to play it out in front. But Nichols will cut it off and cover it up as we pass the midpoint of this second period and game. From the Galaxy Rink inside the Baierl Ice Complex in Warrendale, Peters Township and Seneca Valley tied at 1 after trading first period goals in relatively short order. Well, we've said a couple of times the last meeting between these teams in this building was the lowest of low-scoring affairs, and not much has changed. Murtha dropping for Garvin. Garvin off the skate of Angelo Maeda. Malichki to the corner. He stood up by Schleiper. Malichki fighting for it. Skuvart knocks down Garvin. Indians trying to clear. Schleiper up ahead of Skuvart. Skuvart hit just as he was trying to shoot that puck. Good job by Maxwell on the back check as the Raiders take over. Avancic gets roughed up at the blue line as Seneca Valley will ice this puck. Maeda against Soroka. Soroka winning the faceoff for Seneca Valley. Riffy for Hewitt. Behind the net it comes. Fazio. Fisher looking for Avancic. Fisher going to take matters into his own hands now. Fisher near side for Luca Maeda. Maeda from an angle. Save made Nichols. He's got it in that SV crest right there in the middle of the jersey. Raiders have the ensuing face-off. Up through center it comes, underneath the official skate. Fisher gets there first, but turned it over. Chance for Seneca Valley, toward goal it comes. Fazio covers. Soroka trying to finish it off, but nothing doing. Soroka credited for that game-winning goal very late in the St. Margaret face-off final against Mount Lebanon. Seneca Valley trailed in that game in the third period before a late flurry of 3 goals, including an empty netter. Angelo Maeda off the glass. Peters Township with an odd man rush. Skuvart, cross ice. Indians getting a little too cute, and the Raiders clear it. Fazio with a quick clear. Right to the Seneca Valley blue line. Lead pass a little too far for Myers. Caruso retreating. Toward goal it comes. Fazio can't cover. Skuvart a bit shaken up as Myers shoots it on Fazio. And Fazio hangs on. Malichki against Skuvart. Skuvart wins the faceoff for Peters Township. Fuddy bounce there right out to Malichki, but couldn't play it. Angelo Maeda paired with Caruso defensively. Cam Caruso at the Seneca blue line to the corner. Skuvart giving chase. Skuvart behind the net from an angle. That's off Nichols. Raiders through center. Caruso up ahead off a couple of sticks. Angelo Maeda going to try and feed Troy Jones. Jones unable to take that pass. Malichki on the back check. Murtha back to center. Caruso for Jones. Jones dancing around a defender. Jones from the edge of the circle trying to go to Avancic. Avancic left in the lurch there as Maeda goes after this puck for the Indians. Raiders get it up to center. Here's Murtha. Cross ice it comes, a little too far for Garvin, who missed on the earlier penalty shot. Valea backpedaling. Beats Maeda to that loose puck. One-touch pass intended for Riffy. Riffy flags it down. Raiders from the far corner. Good work there by Schleiper defensively. 4.5 till the ice cut. Hewitt to right point. Valea toward goal, never made it there. Lead pass intended for Luca Maeda, intercepted by Hewitt. Draw pass to Riffy. Riffy on goal, save made Fazio. The rebound is fanned on partially. And a lead pass now to Dowden. Dowden has Barrett going to the net. Goes that way, but the intended target of the pass, Avancic, was too well marked. Marshall Hewitt counterattacking for the Raiders. Hewitt poke check by Fisher. Hewitt pulls it back to center for Hohen. That's blocked by Schleiper. Avancic. Nichols going to play it up to Murtha. Indians completing a line change. Hohen being hounded by Barrett. Caputo couldn't get there. Hohen up to center. Taken away by Fisher. Fisher down the middle. Shot on goal, save made Nichols. The rebound, Nichols again, and Nichols has it. Barrett getting into it with a couple of Seneca Valley players after the whistle. Barrett trying to outmaneuver Nichols on his doorstep, but Nichols not having it. Face-off won by the Indians. Angelo Maeda through a crowd. Nichols the save, and the rebound comes to LaMagna, whose shot is blocked. Well, we haven't seen much of LaMagna since that first period. Up to center to Murtha. Murtha trying to get a step on Caruso. Indians take it over. Angelo Maeda through center. Maeda over the attacking line. Scuvart was a hair offside. Up to center it'll come now. Angelo Maeda with his back to the play, ridden into the boards by Riffy as play continues. And Peters Township guilty of icing as we approach 2.5 minutes remaining in the second. Southwood returning to the Seneca Valley bench after some self-maintenance. Soroka waved out. Hewitt takes his place, and the Indians win the faceoff. Turned over to Hewitt. Hewitt on the doorstep. Save made, Fazio! Oh, Hewitt had all day and night to shoot it. And he acted quickly, but Jack Fazio acted quicker. Marshall Hewitt one more time to right point. That shot nipped in the bud. Avancic inside the Seneca blue line. Angelo Maeda gains the red line. Waits for Jones to catch up to him and gets this puck deep. Chris Claxon making a late line change here. Lead pass intended for Hewitt is sent back the other direction. Backing up the play is Maxwell. Caruso from his own zone off the Seneca Valley bench. Indians unable to play it up ahead. Here come the Raiders. Fazio with a stick save there on the shot by Garvin. Correction, that was Keller pulling the trigger. Nate Butchley unable to get it deep. Caputo from the bottom of the left circle. Loati, the Peters Township goal scorer. From the near corner, Caputo run into by a couple of Raiders. Seneca Valley back to center. Keller sends it around the boards. Fisher waiting behind the net. Dowden unable to get it out. Seneca Valley has it. Shot on Fazio, and this time he denies Moreau as emotions continue to run a bit high. 56 ticks to talk in period 2. 1-1 game and a penalty coming up here. Myers again getting a little overzealous, cross-checking the indication. And the Peters Township Indians are getting a late Penny power play. Brought to you by Penny, connecting Pennsylvanians to a safer, more affordable healthcare marketplace. Indians 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Luca Maeda through a crowd. Save Nichols. The rebound is sitting there. Indians couldn't get a clean stick on it. Seneca Valley will clear thanks to Malichki, but only back to center. Final 40 of the period. Jones up to Avancic. Avancic has Maeda trailing. Avancic takes it himself out in front. It comes deflected wide. Chance shorthanded for Murtha. Murtha couldn't get around Luca Maeda. Oh, that's a big play by Maeda. 15 left. Avancic from the boards. Maeda to Avancic. Avancic through a screen. Indians looking for a deflection, none forthcoming. 5 seconds left. Fisher's got to hurry up and shoot. Cross ice, it comes to Maeda. Maeda will put it wide of goal. And so we will cut the ice at the Baierl Ice Complex here at the Galaxy Rink in Warrendale with nothing decided yet. Indians will have 64 seconds of Penny power play time with which to work when third period play begins. And it will begin with the Indians and Seneca Valley Raiders still tied 1-1. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching it on PIHL Hockey Night Live here on TenbandTV, presented by ARC Home Improvements.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save. where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Another start for the second time in as many trips to this building, not Ethan Williams. Again, much to our own surprise, as the Indians are guilty of icing with 52 seconds. Period. It comes near side, intended for Caputo. Raiders cut it out and put it in the general direction of Fazio, who has it in his left hand. Being chased all the way to the corner. Ducks around a check, gets it to Ferguson at left point. It deflects toward goal. It's on the doorstep. The rebound is put in. Jones with a couple of helpers in the victory over North Allegheny. Chance for Jimmy Murtha. He's pulled down. Penalty coming up. Seneca Valley gets the first power play of the night and a chance to get a quick response. Watches it go by. Indians get it back to center. Chance shorthanded possibly. Rapepi trying to stay on side, but he can't. That's a break for Seneca Valley. And we welcome Penny to the TenbandTV family of sponsors as the Raiders score on the Penny power play to even the game with 12. 3 men strong over the blue line. Shot from an angle, save made by Fazio, looking for the rebound and finally has it as players push and shove. Ben Barrett over the attacking line, right wing circle, deflected on goal. That took a funny bounce on Nichols, but he was there. Blake Avancic unable to handle. Raiders have it out in front. They shoot, and they put it right off the body of Jake Schleiper. And it comes now to LaMagna. LaMagna toward goal. I'll take that. Thank you very much. At center red. Southwood takes the hit from Luca Maeda. Final minute of play in the first period. Maeda trip penalty coming up on Seneca Valley. Going off for the trip. Peters Township with a late first period power play. Snapshot, save made, rebound, save again by Nichols, and he's got it. Malichki just couldn't get a bounce. Fazio again making that save through a crowd. Off the shot by, perform a fancy maneuver there to Jones, a little bit too fancy, and a chance now for the Raiders. Penalty coming up against Peters Township. Schleiper, pulling down Garvin, and Garvin to the cage, makes his move, and had it roll off his stick. Fazio stayed with him, and we remain tied early in the second. Hewitt against Luca Maeda, and that shot off the face-off right in on Fazio. It's loose up against his leg, and finally Fazio has the wherewithal to cover that with Scuvart for Peters Township. Rapepi pulls up, shoots, it's blocked. And gloved out of the air by Nichols. Pardon me, Nate Butchley. Chance for Murtha. Murtha to the goal. He shoots. He airmails it over the bar. Maxwell lost it to Maeda. Maxwell shoves Maeda from behind, but Dowden has an opening down the right side. Dowden toward the goal. Nichols has it. Sadowski off his stick and right to Fazio. Wide of everything and everybody. Scuvart trying to play it out in front. But Nichols will cut it off and cover it up. As Fisher going to take matters into his own hands now. Fisher near side for Luca Maeda. Maeda from an angle. Save made Nichols. He's got it in that cover. Skuvard a bit shaken up as Myers shoots it on Fazio. Taken away by Fisher. Fisher down the middle. Shot on goal. Save made Nichols. The rebound. Nichols again. And Nichols has it. Soroka waved out. Hewitt takes his place, and the Indians win the faceoff. Turned over to Hewitt. Hewitt on the doorstep. Save made Fazio. Oh, Hewitt. Dowden unable to get it out. Seneca Valley has it. Shot on Fazio, and this time he denies Moreau as Maeda to Avancic. Avancic through a screen. Indians looking for a deflection, none forthcoming. 5 seconds left.
Gonna get out, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Cross ice, and it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Just as Peters Township Hockey has been one of the PIHL's most consistent teams, Arc Home Improvements has been one of the South Hills' most consistent teams since 1985. Arc Home Improvements is a full-service design and build company, family-owned and operated by Tony Konupka, that serves you, the homeowner, with a winning formula of innovation, attention to detail, and personalized service. Visit them on East McMurray Road right near Peters Township Middle School, or on the web at archhomeimp.com to see what Arc can build for you. Matt Popchock back here at the Baierl Complex in Warrendale inside the Galaxy Rink for the final PIHL Hockey Night Live of Week 3 here on TenbandTV, presented by Arc Home Improvements. The Peters Township Indians and Seneca Valley Raiders tied at 1 as the warm-up skate for third period play is just about over with. Indians will be on the power play for another minute and 4 seconds, trying to untie a game that was tied on a power play goal by Seneca Valley's Ethan Riffey back in the first period, after the Indians had gotten the game's first goal off the stick of Jake Lawadi. Second period shots on goal, Seneca Valley 10, Peters Township 9. Game totals, Peters Township 21, Seneca Valley 18. Next door, Central Catholic and North Allegheny tied at 1 in the ice cut of that game. Lokiato and Brophy the goal scorers. Thomas Jefferson leading Bethel Park 3-1 in the third. In other AAA action, Lucas Blos, he of TenbandTV commercial fame, with a couple of Thomas Jefferson goals for the Jaguars tonight. And we're back to action. The top two penalty-killing teams in Class AAA from last season, Peters Township and Seneca Valley, something's got to give. The Raiders have gotten their PPG. Indians would love one here early in the third. Stoppage in play with 39 to go in the minor on Myers. Malichki going against Jones, and Malichki wins that faceoff and helps the Raiders get it clear. Half a minute to go in the Peters power play. Maeda through center. Couldn't get around Murtha. Fisher backing him up. Fisher over the line. Maeda for Avancic. Avancic getting crisscrossed with Jones, but still has this puck. 13 to go in the power play. Scuvart behind the net, reversing to Maeda. Maeda had trouble playing it, and the Raiders will kill it. Seneca Valley 2 of 2 on the penalty kill, and we remain tied at 1. Fisher over the line, off a Seneca Valley body. Garvin taps it up to Soroka. Soroka trying to get through Maeda. It comes toward goal. Fazio sticks it aside. Stolen by the Raiders behind the net. Vince Valea from above the right circle. From an angle, oh, wide open. Coming out the far side was Garvin. Garvin had a partially exposed net to shoot at too, but those two unable to connect. Butchley retreating for defensive partner Valea. Lawadi crashing the party. Soroka through center. Soroka toward goal, kick save, Fazio. Hewitt to the rebound. Raiders put it off Fazio from distance. Near side, it's Lawadi. Lawadi off a skate. More good gap control by Seneca Valley. LaMagna reaching for it. Raiders back to center. Garvin, right wing side. Garvin against Angelo Maeda. It's played out in front, too far. Indians trying to get the transition game going. Scuvart couldn't take the pass. Keller on the counterattack for Seneca. Fazio another save off that right pad. Raiders with it one more time. It comes off the near boards. Skuvart with one hand playing that puck. Interrupted by Valea. Moreau toward goal. Knocked aside calmly by Fazio. Caruso lost it in the corner. Turnaround shot by Southwood is held by Jack Fazio. Malichki against Skuvart. It comes back through center. Near side, it's Maxwell, and Skuvart really tried to line him up and ended up, I think, hurting himself a bit in the process, but appears to be all right for the moment. Maxwell gains the red line, dumps it in. Turned over to Seneca Valley. Turnaround shot and a reaction save made there by Fazio. Malichki and Riffy, the dangerous duo for the Raiders, unable to convert there. Offside on Peters. Valea, far side. Maxwell up to center. Fisher from the referee's crease. Gets tied up, puts it on goal. Save made by Nichols. Jones behind the net. The net now dislodged behind Chris Nichols. Officials still haven't blown the whistle. Maxwell up to Riffy. Riffy makes it a moot point. Clears the zone for Murtha. Luca Maeda on the counter. Maeda stood up neatly by Malichki. Murtha through center with Riffy on his right. Dumps it in off the glass. Raiders changing on the fly. Fisher with Peters Township in the middle of a change. Gets it inside the Seneca blue line. Poked at by Ivancic. Turnover to Barrett. Barrett couldn't get it on net. Butchley stayed with him. Right down the middle comes side of the net. Garvin couldn't hit the target. Butchley inside the line. Butchley cranking one over top Fazio. Indians send it around the boards. Barrett back to center. Hewitt backpedaling. Lead pass for Butchley. Butchley to the corner. Garvin going after the dump in for Seneca Valley. Caruso up the near side. Manili up to center red. And some of the grinders out here for Chris Claxon in a tie game, 11:35 left, third period. Southwood for Seneca Valley. Accepted by Keller. Poke check by the other 78. Caruso. Angelo Maeda underneath the glove hand of Nichols. Maeda from left point. Moreau unable to clear. Maeda cranks one deflected toward goal. Never made it all the way. Raiders use the glass and just barely keep that puck in play. And it'll be icing on Seneca Valley. Skuvart against Malichki. Repepi off the blocker hand of Chris Nichols. Skuvart from the circle. That's denied by Nichols. Hone turning that puck over to Skuvart. Hone gets it back briefly for the Raiders. Malichki up across the line, a little too strong for Riffy. And Fazio will hurry it along to Fisher. Approaching the 10-minute mark of period 3. Still a 1-1 game between Peters Township and host Seneca Valley. Malichki toward goal. Fazio has it and will hold it. Wholesale changes for the Indians before this face-off in Peters Township ice. Shots now even at 22 apiece, and the game itself has been played on pretty even terms. Those numbers pretty much tell the story. Seneca Valley with a couple of big penalty kills. Joey Fazio, the Peters netminder, surviving a penalty shot via Tyler Garvin. Fazio knocking that one out of play. Hewitt to the corner. To the point, Valea. Maxwell toward goal. It's off a skate and right back to Troy Jones. Lead pass to Luca Maeda. Maeda peeling back for a moment. Jones just barely onside. Maeda trying to split the D. He can't. That puck thrown behind Garvin. Jones and Angelo Maeda will reset the play. Lead pass intended for Ivancic is deflected by one of the Raiders. Garvin near side. That was intended for Hewitt, cut out by the Indians. Ivancic from deep in the corner. Blake Ivancic protecting this puck for Maeda. Angelo Maeda, left point, fanned on it. Lawadi turnaround try. That was blocked by Soroka, who stood him up. Lead pass too heavy for Garvin, icing on the Raiders. Lawadi against Malichki. Lawadi wins the faceoff. Shot from the right point by Fisher is blocked. Caputo, it's played out in front. Dowden shooting. Scoring! Thomas Dowden gives the Indians a 2-1 lead, and these pretzels are making me thirsty. A sharp wrist shot from right between the circles by Thomas Dowden. And he's got his first varsity goal, and the Indians are on top as we approach the midpoint of period 3. Dowden, a key player for last year's Shaha Panthers travel team. Very productive with that club. Snapshot by Lawadi, who has the other Peters Township goal, was off a Seneca Valley skate right in front of Chris Nichols. Malichki countering. Malichki with a little space. Malichki toward goal. Fazio the blocker save. And now it becomes a chess match between the goalies. Fazio's got to hang tough now with his team up by 1. Valea dumps it in for the Raiders. Seneca Valley gets to that puck first, but Fisher gets it to the near boards. Up to center now for LaMagna. Shea LaMagna, wrist shot, save made, LaMagna the rebound. LaMagna from an angle, tried to bank it off the backside of Nichols, and Nichols had it covered. LaMagna, as we said earlier, that 3-point game in the win against NA last week in the Peters home opener, and as freshman forwards go, certainly could be a player to watch for them in the long haul. A lot of unproven players getting ice time for Chris Claxon this season. Fazio making himself big and making that save to preserve the lead. Soroka against Jones. To the right of Fazio, shot right off the draw, and Fazio was ready with the glove. Marshall Hewitt, the alternate captain, trying to make it happen for Seneca Valley. Hone from an angle. That save is made by Fazio. Garvin from the boards. Slap shot by LaQuinta. That's kicked out of there by Fazio. Hone plays it off the scores table up to Hewitt. Hewitt taking a hard hit there from Caruso. Soroka with his puck for Seneca Valley. Troy Jones from his own end. Up to center, Maeda and one of the Raiders colliding. That's Hewitt. Play continues. Shot partially blocked by Maxwell off the stick of Onsik. For Jones. Jones out in front. And a penalty coming up. Slashing the call. The Indians perhaps frustrating Seneca Valley late in taking that penalty. And so will the third time be the charm for the Indians on the Penny power play? Penny connecting Pennsylvanians to a safer, more affordable healthcare marketplace. Visit Penny, PENNIE.com, or follow them on social media at PennyPA to learn more. Raiders have been solid on the PK tonight and need to come up big again here, trailing by a goal. Angelo Maeda cross ice, snapshot from close range. Nichols makes the big save. LaMagna with that attempt for Peters Township. Tyler Maxwell, by the way, the guilty party for the Raiders. Indians on the power play. Caruso, Angelo Maeda, back to Caruso. Snapshot blocked by Malichki and cleared by Murtha. 20 seconds off the penalty clock. 6:20 remaining in the third. Peters Township trying to get breathing room, leading 2-1. Good play there by Caruso to glove that one down. Maeda through a crowd, and Nichols struggled for a hot moment, but was able to cover. So both coaches changing specialists here before the face-off. 1:22 to go in the Peters power play. Jones wins the face-off. It comes back to Fisher for Avancic. Avancic for Kevin Fisher. Avancic near side. Avancic for Luca Maeda to the corner for Jones. Jones to Maeda to Fisher. Fisher toward goal. It's deflected just wide. Midway through the power play. Indians still have this puck. Cross ice, it'll come to Jones. Jones for Fisher. Fisher for Maeda. Back to Fisher. Fisher shooting. That's blocked and cleared. Good work there by Hewitt. Correction, that was LaQuinta defensively for Seneca Valley. 40 remaining in the penalty kill for the Raiders. A misplay there by Peters Township trying to start the breakout. Hewitt was able to get it deep. Scuvard over the line for the Indians. Avancic. This line still out there for Chris Claxon. Maeda, wide of goal. The rebound right back to Fisher. Fisher for Jones. Jones snapping it toward goal, kicked out of there by Nichols. Dying seconds of the power play. Indians fighting for possession. Riffy has it. Seneca Valley 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Riffy blasting one. Oh, Fazio just got a piece with his stick. Scuvard and Hone tied up at center red. as Nichols hurries to play along, but turned it over to Baierl. Baierl lost it in stride. Southwood up to Keller. Keller chased by Angelo Maeda. Raiders from an angle. It's played aside by Fazio. Keller rubbed out of the play by Maeda. And it comes right back to Jack Fazio. And Fazio's not going to take any chances. Tyler Masiska making a line change before this offensive zone draw. Just over 4 minutes left in regulation. Raiders need a goal to keep this thing going. Valleja from right point. It deflects toward Fazio. He doesn't know where it is. It's loose and the Indians have it. Caruso up to center. Delayed offside against Peters Township. Beyond the reach of Angelo Maeda. It comes right to Murtha off a stick. And Schleiper gets it back to center. Correction, Lawadi playing that puck for the Indians, and Lawadi is going to look for it one more time as Malichki centers for Murtha. Murtha around Caruso. Murtha to the goal. Save made. Fazio and the rebound cleared immediately. Angelo Maeda not standing on ceremony, and the Indians don't mind that icing call. As the sophomore, the younger of the two Maedas, more or less bailed out his goaltender there late in the period. Off the boards it comes. Butchley unable to keep it. Indians have numbers. Repepi left side, wide of goal. Seneca Valley in flight. Marshall Hewitt to the corner. Scuvart colliding with one of the Raiders. No icing. Butchley retreating. Garvin near side. Soroka through center. Soroka to the corner. There's Jacob Schleiper, and Schleiper and Soroka go at it. Maxwell from in front of the visiting bench. Raiders carefully completing the line change, approaching the final 2 minutes of regulation play. Maxwell over the line. And it bounces oddly in on Fazio. Fazio, the senior, knocks it aside, and here come the Indians through center. Fisher dumps it to the corner. Indians just trying to tilt the ice any way they can and preserve this one-goal lead. Murtha from deep in his own end flips it through center. Riffy can't catch up to it. Maxwell retreating. Turned over to Jones. Jones from the left circle. Jones from an angle. It's blocked. Maxwell up to Riffy. Riffy chased by Luca Maeda. Riffy sends it deep. Net empty down to our left. Nichols is off for the extra attacker. 1:13 remaining. Peters 2, Seneca 1. Caruso. Cut off by Hewitt. Hewitt down low. Garvin had trouble with that pass. Played out in front. They score! 57 ticks to talk. It's Marshall Hewitt. And we've got a new hockey game. Marshall Hewitt, the exciting junior, nuzzling that nylon for the third time this season. And it's 2-2 with under a minute to play. They've scored 5 on 4. They've scored 6 on 5. Do they have another one in them? Caputo driving the net. Couldn't handle that puck. Soroka to the corner from an angle. Fazio trying to seal off that post. Raiders still on the attack. Indians trying to pick up the intensity here as this is shot from distance over top the glass. It's sent around the boards. Carter Hone with a keep. Off a Peters Township body. 20 seconds left. Schleiper trying to use the glass, and he does to get it back to center. Dowden, who has the Indians goal in this third period, sends it to the corner with 10 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining. And we will head to the Arc Home Improvements overtime here at the Baierl Complex with the Peters Township Indians and Seneca Valley Raiders tied at 2 thanks to a literal last-minute goal with the extra skater by Seneca's Marshall Hewitt. Thomas Dowden, opening his varsity account for Peters Township, gave the Indians the lead. The Raiders are racing it late to force OT. And again, there's a new point system in the PIHL this season, so the winner of this game will only receive 2 points as opposed to the normal 3 that you get for a win in regulation. Both teams guaranteeing themselves at least 1 point regardless by virtue of pushing this game to the extra frame. Three-on-3 sudden victory hockey, NHL style for 3 minutes. And then an NHL style shootout, should that be necessary. Indians control the overtime opening faceoff. Angelo Maeda out here with Troy Jones and Luca Maeda. Angelo from distance, and that's held by Nichols. Murtha, Malichki, and Carter Hone, the trio out here to start the OT for the Raiders. This one comes all the way back to center. And a chance possibly for Seneca Valley if Murtha can break free, but he can't. Hone over the attacking line. Carter Hone left circle. Dropping back to Murtha. Murtha couldn't shoot it cleanly. Chance for Peters Township. Fisher gets it up to Luca Maeda. Maeda to the goal. And the save is made by Nichols. Nichols keeping it from crossing the line and inadvertently dislodging the net in the process as Maeda was that close to playing hero. Oh, a while ago we saw Maeda score a dramatic OT goal against NA, one of the other occupants of this rink. History nearly echoing itself in some form just a moment ago, but we play on in OT. Avancic from his own blue line looking for an avenue. Avancic coming over the line has Skuvart trailing. Avancic out in front for Skuvart. Skuvart tees it up, shoots, it's blocked. Hewitt. He ties the game, then he takes one for the team. Faceoff will stay in Raiders ice. 1:51 to go in the extra period. And Lawadi will take this face-off against Malichki. Malichki wins it for Seneca. Hewitt to Malichki, centering for Hone. Hone toward goal. Score! Carter calls game, And the Raiders complete the late rally to win it in overtime from the Peters Township Indians by a final score of 3-2. He doesn't score much, but that one kind of a big deal for Carter Hone. From E-Bug to defenseman to overtime hero tonight for the Seneca Valley Raiders, who now sit at 1-0-2-0, 1 regulation win, 2 overtime wins. And the Indians slip to 1-1-1 and pick up the consolation point. We will be back next Thursday night, October 24th at 6:30 Eastern on TenbandTV for a PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader. The first Central Catholic South Fayette meeting was an instant classic, and we've got the rematch for you from the Alpha Complex in Harmarville. Again, that's starting at 6:30. Our second game, Wheeling Central Catholic at the Red Hot Shaler Titans in Class 1A competition. Final score again tonight, the Seneca Valley Raiders with a flair for the dramatic as they defeat the Peters Township Indians in overtime by a score of 3-2. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from Warrendale. You've been watching it on PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Arc Home Improvements. Another start for the second time in as many trips to this building, not Ethan Williams. Again, much to our own surprise, as the Indians are guilty of icing with 52 seconds. First period, it comes near side, intended for Caputo. Raiders cut it out and put it in the general direction of Fazio, who has it in his left hand. Being chased all the way to the corner. Ducks around a check, gets it to Ferguson at left point. It deflects toward goal. It's on the doorstep. The rebound is put in. With a couple of helpers in the victory over North Allegheny. Chance for Jimmy Murtha. He's pulled down. Penalty coming up. Seneca Valley gets the first power play of the night and a chance to get a quick response. Watches it go by. Indians get it back to center. Chance shorthanded possibly. Rapepi trying to stay on side, but he can't. That's a break for Seneca Valley. And we welcome Penny to the TenbandTV family of sponsors as the Raiders score on the Penny power play to even the game with 12. 3 men strong over the blue line. Shot from an angle. Save made by Fazio. Looking for the rebound and finally has it as players push and shove. Ben Barrett over the attacking line. Right wing circle. Deflected on goal. That took a funny bounce on Nichols, but he was there. Blake Avancic unable to handle. Raiders have it out in front. They shoot, and they put it right off the body of Jake Schleiper. And it comes now to LaMagna. LaMagna toward goal. I'll take that. Thank you very much. At center red. Southwood takes the hit from Luca Maeda. Final minute of play in the first period. Maeda trip penalty coming up on Seneca Valley. Going off for the trip. Peters Township with a late first period power play. Snapshot, save made, rebound, save again by Nichols, and he's got it. Malichki just couldn't get a bounce. Fazio again making that save through a crowd. Off the shot by, perform a fancy maneuver there to Jones, a little bit too fancy, and a chance now for the Raiders. Penalty coming up against Peters Township. Schleiper, pulling down Garvin, and Garvin to the cage, makes his move, and had it roll off his stick. Fazio stayed with him, and we remain tied early in the second. Hewitt against Luca Maeda, and that shot off the face-off right in on Fazio. It's loose up against his leg, And finally, Fazio has the wherewithal to cover that with Scuvart for Peters Township. Repepi pulls up, shoots, it's blocked. And gloved out of the air by Nichols. Pardon me, Nate Butchley. Chance for Murtha. Murtha to the goal, he shoots, he airmails it over the bar. Maxwell lost it to Maeda. Maxwell shoves Maeda from behind, but Dowden has an opening down the right side. Dowden toward the goal. Nichols has it. Sadowski off his stick and right to Fazio. Wide of everything and everybody. Scuvart trying to play it out in front. But Nichols will cut it off and cover it up as Nick Fisher going to take matters into his own hands now. Fisher near side for Luca Maeda. Maeda from an angle. Save made Nichols. He's got it in that cover. Scuvart a bit shaken up as Myers shoots it on Fazio. Taken away by Fisher. Fisher down the middle. Shot on goal. Save made Nichols. The rebound. Nichols again. And Nichols has it. Soroka waved out. Hewitt takes his place, and the Indians win the faceoff. Turned over to Hewitt. Hewitt on the doorstep. Save made Fazio. Oh, Hewitt. Dowden unable to get it out. Seneca Valley has it. Shot on Fazio, and this time he denies Moreau as Maeda to Avancic. Avancic through a screen. Indians looking for a deflection, none forthcoming. 5 seconds left. Caruso lost it in the corner. Turnaround shot by Southwood is held by Jack Fazio. Hosts Seneca Valley. Malichki toward goal. Fazio has it and will hold it. Caputo, it's played out in front. Dowden shooting, scoring! Thomas Dowden gives the Indians a 2-1 lead. Up to center now for LaMagna. Shea LaMagna, wrist shot, save made. LaMagna the rebound. LaMagna from an angle, try to bank it off the backside of Nichols. Soroka against Jones. To the right of Fazio, shot right off the draw, and Fazio was ready with the glove. Off the stick of Avancic. Avancic for Jones. Jones out in front, and a penalty coming up, slashing the call. Good play there by Caruso to glove that one down. Maeda through a crowd, and Nichols struggled for a hot moment, fighting for possession. Riffy has it. Seneca Valley 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Riffy blasting one. Oh, Fazio just got a piece with his stick. Keller rubbed out of the play by Maeda. And it comes right back to Jack Fazio. Down low. Garvin had trouble with that pass. Played out in front. They score! For Peters Township. Fisher gets it up to Luca Maeda. Maeda to the goal. And the save is made by Nichols. Trailing. Avancic out in front for Scuvart. Scuvart tees it up. Shoots. It's blocked. Hewitt. He ties the game, then he takes one for the team. Hewitt to Malichki. Centering for Hone. Hone toward goal. Score! Carter calls game! Calls game! And the Raiders complete the late rally to win it in overtime from the Peters Township Indians. The late rally to win it in overtime from the Peters Township Indians by a final score of 3-2.